Shall we switch back to just
we're
chatting?
definitely going to switch to just chatting. All right.
Yay. Let me make sure we are live and good.
I think so.
Let me make sure we have sound. We do.
Great.
Very cool. Where's my camera? There's my camera.
Yeah.
So I'm talking at that.
Yep.
Okay. Different setup today, guys, so want to make sure we're in good shape.
Yeah, we've had so many troubles with the laptops the last few weeks that we switched over to a new laptop. And we've got new cameras, as you guys have seen over the last few weeks. We're hoping that we're on a much higher quality stream, much higher quality computer.
Looking over at the chat, the quality of our video is much higher.
Yeah.
Also, the angle is right down my shirt.
Oh, yeah. So I guess there's that. Sorry.
Are you?
I am.
Are you, though?
I mean, I get to see you all the time.
Yeah. They're covered. They're fine. Okay.
So we've got stuff for today. I figure we've got a few things that we can take a look at. We're going to do a shorter stream today. Because honestly, we're exhausted. It's been a lot of stuff here, but we're still keeping up appearances, keeping the routine going.
Yep, and we're going to have a little discussion today, him and I. You are welcome to join us for the discussion if you are in chat at any point. If the sound is too weird, if you have any input. I haven't said we're live on any of the chats. I'll do that
I haven't done any of that either.
That's fine.
It's going to be a
lot of time.
This is going to almost be more of a VOD than anything else, probably.
Yeah, I'll throw a link down, though, in case people are bored.
Speaking of VODs, we know we are a little behind on getting things up. Apologies.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's just that holidays time of year, and I'll be real with you guys. Pokemon Infinite Fusion happened, and wow, what a game. If you guys haven't gotten a chance to play it, definitely recommend that. It's kind of consumed my days, and man, it's good. We're going to open and close our stream with opening a pack of Mystery Booster.
Love that for us.
I love it too. We only have something like 5 total packs left.
We've been working our way through.
Yeah, we have. So we're almost done with the box. And then when we're all done, I'll be able to put the finishing touches on the Mystery Booster Cube.
Also, a quick shout out. We're drinking an Ukiyo wine tonight, because occasionally we tell you what we're drinking. And this is from Kara or Kara, depending on how you pronounce it, Vineyards. And it's kind of a Pinot blend.
It is. They're really lovely people, too. They actually invited us if we wanted to stream at some point or play a game out in their vineyard with their backdrop. They would help us out.
Yeah. It'll be an earlier stream
really
if that's the case. I think we should do it.
Oh, absolutely. I think we should do it. Even if we just get a couple friends and do Unfinity or...
Oh, it'd be so much fun.
Yeah, unsanctioned out there. It'd be great.
That'll be so much fun.
So, let's try switching to the new game camera and panic.
Here we go. Let's find out if it works.
Does it work? Hey, that looks pretty good. That looks not bad. We don't have our light on today, but that's fine.
It looks pretty good, honestly. Without the light, it's just fine. There's less of a glare.
Yeah,
the cards
I think that's good.
The cards actually look better.
Okay, well, then we know the light's extra, and right now it's just there to kind of hold the camera, so that's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, the mystery actually comes up really well, too.
Yeah, you see, it looks good. And we'll see if anyone pops in today. Again, if you pop in and you want to participate or chat, you're welcome to do so. Also, please follow us on Instagram. We're almost at 500, if not... Or we're not at 500 today, are we? Are we?
We are very, very close. If we are at 500 right now, next week, or maybe around the New Year's... Oh,
We're less than 50.
Less than 50 away. 50 followers on Instagram, and we are going to do a giveaway. We will have details on how we can have that giveaway here in a second. I was unprofessional and did not...
The camera can see your phone?
Did not mute things. So
that's why I did. Sorry, you opened it up and I went...
this one.
The camera could see your phone, which is why I did this.
Good call.
Okay.
I just watched as the camera autofocused.
We're so happy this is working. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're very, very excited
after the last few weeks of technical difficulties, it's really cool to see changes happen and it gets better.
Yeah, like this is some of the best it's looked. We're gonna get chat on screen at some point in the near future, but honestly, I feel like this is the way.
And to think it'd be on a Mac.
You have it plugged in so the battery doesn't eat itself, right?
Yeah, see? Cool. 100% right there.
Wonderful.
Well,
right.
let's give our new setup a shot.
Can I show off one thing because I didn't get to last time?
Absolutely.
I have a new playmat.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it.
So I've been looking for a weird playmat, and I got the opportunity to get a custom mat. And they had some art that was just on, like, I did a Google search for some free art. No restrictions via copyright. And I said, okay, well, I'm using it only for personal use. All of that falls within the category. And I found one that was very similar to this, and this is changed slightly. And as you can see, it's got the Phyrexian symbol on a plate of pancakes as syrup. In the corner it says, I hope you're hungry for a complete breakfast.
Oh, so good.
And I love it. It's a stupid pun, and it makes me happy. And so now I have my Phyrexian IHOP mat, and I love it.
It's so good.
And it's comfy too. You've touched it, and that's my custom playmat. Their ship times are long, but if you pay for the quality, which I did, it is the quality you will get. It'll just take forever. So be aware. Liked it, loved it. I have it now.
Absolutely.
That's all. I'm ready to go.
It's actually inspired me to try and get one made for the Modern Horizons cube that I have, because I wanted to do kind of a draft and as a trophy, like a playmat of like Champion 2024 or whatever.
Well, get the custom etching done.
Yeah, the etchings can keep it better longer.
It mattered a lot, and I paid an extra $1 to have them make sure that it all looked good and had the contrast right, and that it all fit in the mat properly. And they did a great job.
They did.
It just took forever, which again,
quality work takes time.
And it was under 50.
That's not bad. So
it's time.
Let's us open a mystery booster.
It is your time. Your time is now.
You know, I wonder.
Yes.
I wonder if there's a good way to just zoom in. It would take time to figure it out, but...
Maybe.
But I think unless we can do something along the lines of like...
I think we probably zoom that way, can't we? Let me take a look. We're gonna test it. Why not test it now?
Why not test it? We're hanging out. We're having a good time. Filters? Edit filters?
Probably not filters what you're looking for.
What I've done is cropping and then...
Crop pad. Oh, I see.
Scaling. Scroll.
I don't think scroll is what you're looking for, but... No,
absolutely not.
No. Trash it.
Get out of here. Scaling?
See if this works. No, that'll change the shape of it.
Oh, no, that's not what I want.
I think there was a crop, and I think crop is probably what you're looking for.
Yeah, let's try crop.
Your scaling is still on, just so you know.
I'll get rid of it.
All right, let's give this a try.
All right, so let's say we put what I've done before. Bumped things, trying to make sure I'm not...
Yes, let's be careful.
Messing things up. So let's try 100. Oh.
I'm watching. Oh. No, this is not what we want.
Well, we'll stretch it.
No, okay. How do you stretch? Because you just made it smaller.
So this is 100. Oh.
Yeah, see.
That's 1100.
Yeah, this is not what you want. It's not actually getting any closer from what I can tell. It's not. It's just cutting the edges off of it. All right. Sure?
Let's come here like this.
And...
Make big.
I mean, it's...
Look at that.
With black border on either side? Is that okay?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, it's fine for now. We'll just save this as, like, zoomed in.
The computer's having trouble staying focused, just so you know. It's just... If you watch on the stream, it
Interesting.
occasionally freaks out. As you
jump?
Yeah. So just be aware. It's going to take a few minutes to let it get a look at things. See?
Yeah, the text is still a little dark. I suppose if we got down closer...
It is still legible.
Oh, yeah.
We can get closer, can't we?
Probably.
Ooh, careful for your wine. Oh, that is very close.
That
It's
looks
incredibly legible, though.
that looks almost pro.
Yeah, I quite like it. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Let's talk about this pack then.
Cool.
Mystery Booster 2, let's go through it. Restoration Specialist. So return up to 1 target artifact and up to 1 enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand.
No, you put it here so I think it's the last one.
Healer of the Pride. We got a Kitty Cleric. When another creature enters the battlefield under your control, gain 2 life.
All right, let it adjust for a second so I can see. Read us about the card.
Whirlpool Drake.
This looks nice.
When it comes into play, shuffle the cards from your hand into your library and then draw that many cards. When spent to a graveyard to play, put the cards from your hand into your library and draw that many cards. Wow! If you really don't like your hand and want a lot of new options, that seems really good.
Oh my gosh, look at it.
It is a 3/4 flying bird soldier ranger. Shoreline Ranger.
We know somebody who'd love this card. Milk, if you're watching.
What a bird. And it has island cycling too.
Yeah.
The Endless Scream.
Oh.
Enchanted creature gets +X/+O. And it costs X to put into play.
I don't need it.
Get strunk.
I don't need it for...
Oh, no. Reckoner's Bargain. I've heard good things about this.
Okay.
You gain life equal to the sacrifice permanent's mana value and then draw 2 cards. And you have to sack an artifact or creature to play it. Mm-hmm. Not bad. I've seen this played in Pauper. Two-Handed Axe. I actually watched Joe kill someone in draft with Two-Handed Axe.
Did you?
Yes, he had this card. It's called Ball Lightning.
Ooh.
It's a 6/1. And it comes into play. It has haste and it has trample. It costs 3 red to play. He had it come into play. He played the first part of this, which doubles his attack to 12. Mm-hmm. And then he equipped this, which gave it double strike. And so then he attacked for 24 damage in 1 turn. Fun little story. Empty the Warrens. Classic Storm card. Argothian Elder. Untap 2 target lands.
I mean, it's pretty.
Oh, yeah. I used to use this in combos all the time.
Ah.
Squirrel Nest!
Look at the eyeball.
This card used to be like $5.
Oh.
Oh! The clock chimed. That means... You know what it means. You don't know what it means. We haven't done this before.
Yeah, okay. So anytime the clock chimes, we're going to have to take a sip. Mm-hmm. Please feel free to join us.
It's a highlight. It's time to hydrate. But it's our Pee-wee's Playhouse drinking game.
So if you hear the clock chime, you take a drink.
Yep. All right. Squirrel Nest. That's a hit.
Ooh.
You like the art on that one?
Yes.
What's it do?
Star Compass comes into play tapped. When you tap it, add to your mana pool 1 mana of any color a basic land you control could produce.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't suck.
It's really great for cheap decks, especially when they're trying to play a bunch of like 5-color stuff, because it just makes any color you need.
I think it's neat.
It is neat. And it's an old border, tw, which I love.
Well, yay. What happened?
This card's a little bit hard to find.
Oh, really? I mean,
Bad
it's
Moon.
cool, so.
Yeah. It's our rare. I think it's from the Garrick versus Liliana duel deck.
Yeah.
But this is actually one of the cards in the manga I've been reading. Bad Moon. Black creatures get +1/+1.
I see. Okay, well, that's great for, say, like, the Fun Police. How much does it cost?
I couldn't tell you. It's not that
No,
expensive.
how much does it cost?
Oh, 2
You
a
had your
colorless
hands
and a
right
black.
up. You had your hands right
Colorless
over it.
and a black.
Okay, we got white border next.
White border next.
All right, here we go.
Flickering Ward. When it enters play, choose a color. Enchanted creature has the protection from the chosen color. This effect doesn't remove Flickering Ward. And we can return it to its owner's hand if we want to change the color.
Well, okay.
That seems really good.
All right.
All right. Future Sight frame. This is where we can see a lot of value. Seeker of Skybreak. Okay, this is one that we've got before, but it is one heck of a combo card for elves.
Mm-hmm. And what's our silly?
Our silly is
Phyrexian Seedling.
That is yours.
What am I going to do with it?
Play with it.
How?
What does it do?
It's green.
Oh, that's fair. What's it do?
Phyrexian Seedling enters the battle, making sure it's centered, enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Proliferate link. Damage dealt by this creature also causes you to proliferate that many times. You proliferate before the checking for the lethal damage on creatures. Yeah, it's pretty intense, man.
It's kind of infect a little bit.
It's kind of vicious, actually. Like,
it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it, so it gets itself bigger anytime it hits. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So.
That's not why we're here today.
No. We're here to talk about this thing.
Let's see if I can just...
Yeah. Get it up just a little bit more.
Honestly, this thing is...
Scuffed.
No, look. Look how easy that was to adjust.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Kind of pro.
I can actually get it a little bit higher. Oop, there it goes.
Awesome. So, you've heard a lot of things from your favorite creators, Pencil, on secret lairs.
Yes.
What is your opinion and thoughts on them so far?
I watch a lot of Pay Money Webby, as do you.
Yes.
I also watch a lot of other Instagram creators. Hi out there, by the way. And what you doing?
Getting out of dice, and I immediately saw it peak the audio, so
I was just like...
I'm going to set this down.
Okay. From what I've understood, people haven't liked this like they thought they would. There are a lot of secret lair drops that have happened recently that have upset the community because they've either been completely mismanaged or you haven't gotten the kind of value that you're paying for.
Absolutely.
This is in the latter category where people don't feel like they're getting the value that they're paying for. Because how much was this guy?
Well, I think I'm going to actually hold that from you, and we're going to take a look at the contents in it. And just based on your thoughts, give me what you think it'd be worth. And I'll tell you when there's something unique or something that's special that you can only get this way.
Okay.
But there have been 3 other commander decks made like this that you can buy in the mail. One was a coin flip deck. All the cards involved some sort of coin flip or made it good. It was notoriously strong. Won several games online with the Professor. You've heard of the Professor.
Of course, I've heard of the Professor.
And it took most people that bought it 2 years to receive it.
That's pretty inexcusable considering what the value of cards can do.
Yep.
So that's genuinely, I would say, inexcusable.
The next one was a Dogs and Cats deck. It had a bunch of really special Dogs and Kitties cards. The synergy was there. It wasn't really strong.
Okay.
But much better. People got their decks within a month of ordering it.
All right.
The next one was flip cards only. And it was very popular. Went well. Kind of strong. Not a lot of reprint value. This deck was uniquely suited to what I like to do. Because I'm a spell slinger. I would like to win the game in weird ways because I've played aggro, control, combo, and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm excited that this deck is supposed to feature 20 different ways to win the game.
How optimistic are you given what you've heard, though?
Well,
you can see about to hear.
Yeah, I'm a little dubious. So we've got a little box. We've got this.
Yeah. Take a look at Priest.
Yep.
Look. That's your vision. Okay?
And this is supposed to be the 20 ways that we win.
So it actually does tell you.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's almost like an achievement list of all the different ways that you can play this deck. So we'll hold that off to the side for now.
All right. The box alone makes this worth it to me. Not actually. I don't know how much it is. This is the cutest little box. Look how silly.
So, are you a fan of Tanukis?
I do like Tanukis. That's one of the reasons I immediately was like, I love this.
What is there something about Tanukis and luck? I don't know much about Tanukis.
Tanukis are a symbol of strength and luck, but mostly they're known for having giant testicles.
Well, that's why I've been hearing a lot of balls jokes.
Yep.
Talking about this. We'll take out the little insert.
Okay.
And they give us some swag along with it. They give us a special life wheel.
Oh, it's a life wheel.
It's with the little Tanuki face.
That's
it only goes up
cute.
to 40.
It does it only?
Yeah, it only goes up to 40 at maximum. So if you're a life gain deck, or if we're gaining life with this deck, we've got a problem.
Yeah.
So we'll set that off to the side.
Okay.
We get, is this a poster?
I think it will be. It does appear to be. All right, let's spread it out so we can see. Other way.
Yep. So we have one little shrine. It's kind of cute.
It's got a raccoon dog, or Tanuki.
Yep.
And gold, it looks like.
Yes. Prosperity.
So this is going to be a prosperity thing. And on the other side, it's got just Tanuki faces.
The same faces.
Well, actually, and then it says
20 ways to win.
So it's a cute little poster. Now, Priest, do you have an opinion on these cute little posters?
I could count on one hand the number of times I've gotten a little poster that I actually want to keep.
It's so insane to me too because it's so it's neat. I love it. It's creased. Mm-hmm. B, what am I going to do with it? No. Where am I going to put it?
Now, sometimes they will have strategies for new players inside them. Yeah, which that's cool. I can also see like the idea of like wanting to have something like that, but I think this is just kind of fluff. I don't think these are really worth it.
You can't really sell them either.
But pencil.
But Priest. He has left to go. He has left.
It's just a piece of paper.
He went to the other room. Okay, just so you know.
It's just a piece of paper.
It's just a piece of paper.
What kind of good things could you actually create in a Magic the Gathering product as a piece of paper?
They've done it before and it wasn't very popular, but
really,
well, it was. Ta-da!
Oh yeah. So for Crimson Vow, they actually gave these wedding invitations using piece of paper,
and they act as postcards.
Yeah.
Like you can place a stamp there, you can actually use it. It's genuinely super cute. Mm-hmm. And more than that, it's a nice little piece of memorabilia.
Yeah.
And it's solid.
It'll never fit into your deck box, but that is a cool little piece of swag.
Yeah. And if you are a big fan of really cool, like, say, vampire art, this is easily something you can display. It doesn't even take up that much space by comparison.
Yeah.
It's just better quality. It's really cute. You can use it as a postcard. You can send it to a friend. It's useful.
I'm not hating on this art. I'm not hating on the creator. I just think that for the cost of what we're putting into this,
yes,
we could think through a little better how we're doing this.
Agreed. Also, hi, Hateable Vermin. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's a late stream, but we really appreciate you being here, and I notice whenever you arrive, so thank you.
So, let's talk about the deck.
Yes,
let's actually get into it.
Yes, let's go.
This is a 5-color deck.
Yes.
And I love playing 5-color decks because it's really, really hard to make the mana bases work well. But let's get ourselves started. All of this is considered a premium deck, so most of the cards should be shiny.
Most.
The commander for this deck is Go Shintai of Life's Origin.
Okay.
And this is a thick
he's
commander
a thick
card.
Boy. Well, you wouldn't lose your commander this way, and can I be honest? Mm-hmm. With commander cards, I think having something that's a little bit more sturdy is perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, you have...
They give the normal version too.
Let's...
Yep.
How's that?
There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
Let me see how it looks over here. Give it a second to focus. That's better.
Okay.
It can see this pretty well.
Great.
So
this card focuses on enchantments and returning them from the graveyard to the battlefield. Mm-hmm. Whenever we have shrines enter play, we make more shrines. So we'll have to keep our eye out for shrine cards. Mm-hmm. All right. This is the first custom card. This is a Tanuki Approach to the Second Sun. And you've read this card before.
Yes.
This is the first way that we can win the game.
Are we putting this over here?
Yeah.
Okay. That way it's visible.
Yes. So, cast the spell twice, you win the game.
I see.
And what do you think of that art? Because they will never make this art again.
It's super adorable, and I really like it.
It's got eggs.
I see why people wouldn't like this style, though. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
Like, I can see it's very stylistic.
We have our next way to win right here. Mm-hmm. This is a Felidar Sovereign. Ooh, there we go. Now it tightened up.
There it is.
At the beginning of your upkeep, you have 40 more life. You win the game.
Solid.
What life do you start at in Commander?
Don't you just start at 40?
Yeah. So you can just straight up
I win
play
the game.
this.
That seems really cheap. If you could get that card out early
But it's at the beginning of your upkeep.
Yeah.
So that has to go around the whole table, and every player can't have a kill spell or wipe the board in order for you to win.
Fair. Or you just have to gain life back.
Yes.
Which is also very doable. Yeah, it tightened up a lot. I like this card. This is very cute.
This is called Happily Ever After. Another Tanuki.
These could easily be mistaken just for raccoons, by the way. Tanuki is not quite a raccoon. Keep that in mind.
With this enchantment enters, each player gains 5 life and draws a card. Mm-hmm. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 5 colors among permanents you control, if there are 6 or more card types among permanents you control, and or cards in your graveyard, and your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, you win the game.
Damn, dude. So there's a lot of cards in here that are just... this card makes you win if the conditions are right, which probably is what lends itself to...
having a lot of different ways to win.
Having different ways to win.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to just slightly go like this.
All right. Here's our next way to win.
Oh, yeah. That's very clear now.
This is the Triskaidekaphile. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game.
Dang, dude.
It has the ability to draw a card.
That's... And it's... as far as the foils go, this has like this nice color shift foil, too. This is just nice. It's just pretty. It's a pretty card. I like it a lot.
Here's our next Tanuki, Revel in Riches. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you create a treasure token. Treasures make any color of mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more treasures, you win the game.
Okay. I'm not a treasure person, but I see its appeal.
So next Tanuki, Helix Pinnacle. This is an enchantment that has Shroud. Put X... It has an ability for X to put X counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, if it has 100 or more counters, you win the game.
Look at the little video game boy.
Simic Ascendancy. You can put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, if this enchantment has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game.
Ooh.
And you put growth counters on this when you put +1/+1s on your
Trying to get it to focus a little bit so we can see it better. There it goes. Sometimes it takes a second for it to focus.
Here is the exclusive Tanuki Soul Ring.
Of course a soul ring. Of course there is. I'm not sure why I'm surprised. It's very cute. Very cutesy. This art style, I already can see why it would fly in the face of a lot of people who play Magic.
Oh, yeah.
They like the hyper-realistic, super fantasy style of art, which, I mean, I do too. I get it. This is not that. This is cutesy-wootsy. So.
This is Maze's End. It has an ability that allows you to search your library for a gate and put it into play.
Yeah.
And then if you have 10 or more gates with different names, you win the game.
Another just straight up win con.
Yep.
Got it.
All right. Now we're getting into more non-Tanuki cards, and that's pretty much it for the foils.
That we know of.
That we know of so far.
Now, all of these should be standard. Anyone who gets this should be getting exactly the cards you're getting now. So
nothing
keep that in
should
mind.
change.
Keep that in mind.
So, monologue tax. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, you create a treasure.
Okay.
Works well with the other treasure thing. Pariah. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to an enchanted creature instead. Test of Endurance. At the beginning of your upkeep, you have 50 more life. You win the game.
Okay, so if you can't manage the 41, but you have that coming at you, there you go.
50. Yeah. Or a creature is easier to kill. 50, it's an enchantment.
Yep.
Mechanized Production. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of Enchanted Artifact. If you control 8 or more artifacts with the same name, you win the game.
Yeah.
Mystic Remora. Classic EDH staple. Cumulative upkeep 1 colorless. Whenever an opponent plays a non-creature spell, you draw a card unless they pay 4 colorless.
There's something I want to note at this point I am seeing, and this is just, for those who are, say, card collectors and they want things in top condition, there is some warping.
Yes.
So, like, if I take this card and I put it on its side, not trying to reveal the next card or anything, but take a look at that. There's a visible warp to it. Considering this was very expensive, it seems concerning to me that people would end up getting cards that were so very notably warped. So, putting that out there for those who like their cards in super special minty condition.
Absolutely.
Like, if you're looking to sell some cards from this deck, keep in mind, they do have some warping.
This is Liliana's Contract. When it enters play, you draw 4 cards and lose 4 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game.
This is gorgeous. Sava would enjoy this card. We're not going to split this up, obviously.
No.
But I'm just saying.
This is one of the ones that people are frustrated with. Have you seen any demons so far?
I haven't been paying super close attention to looking for them. But I haven't, not that come to mind.
Let's keep that in mind.
Okay.
I'm going to set this off to the side just a little bit, so that way we can keep in mind for demons.
Okay.
All right. This is Ghoulish Impetus. Plus, enchanted creature gets +1/+1, has Death Touch, and is goaded. Goaded means it has to attack a player every turn, but not you.
I see.
When an enchanted creature dies, return this to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you ever take the wrap off of the camera?
No? Is there a wrap on it?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
Do you want to do the peel?
Does that... Watch, hold on. Okay.
All right, here we go.
We're going to do this, chat.
Yeah, together.
Oh my god. Look at that.
Give it a
It's
second.
so much clearer.
Give it a second. I'm going to get it to focus in.
See if it'll focus in, yeah.
Usually it takes a second.
It's struggling.
Put this a little farther away.
Interesting.
It seems to have settled. And look, you can look on my monitor.
Wow. It looks so good on yours. Why does it look so much better than Streamlabs?
I don't know, but that is what we were putting out to others.
I'll take that. That's nice.
Sorry, I just had to take a moment. I was like,
Yeah.
There's also still more around the outside.
Around the outside.
Yeah, well, something for later, but... Wow, so camera's better than we thought it was.
Mael's Aria. The long story short is you win the game if you control a creature with power 20 or greater.
Okay, I can see how that would work.
Auriok Champion. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life.
Yeah.
It's pro-black and pro-red, so it's hard to kill. Austere Command. Choose 2. Destroy all artifacts, enchantments, or creatures 3 or less, or 4 or greater. Clever Concealment. I haven't seen this one before. It has Convoke, so it can cost less if you tap creatures for it. Any number of target non-land permanents you control phase out.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's a way to protect your own cards.
Yeah, I think...
One of the cards is literally upside down.
Okay, we're going to have to just wait for that to happen, because... Did somehow it get turned upside down when you were flipping through this?
It couldn't have. I didn't flip through this.
Okay.
I literally opened it and sat it down.
I'm not trying to shit on this. I love me some Magic the Gathering. I love me some Wizards of the Coasts as far as getting their art and their card styles. Like, they do a really nice job of making things look really beautiful and fly. We have warping, and now we have cards aren't even put in the correct way up. That's pretty not what I expect from them.
In a $4 pack, sure. But in a premium product like this...
I expect everything to be pristine.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much this cost yet. You have yet to tell me.
Yes.
But that's concerning.
So this is actually from the new Phyrexia set.
What is it?
Yeah, the Eternal Wanderer. It has a lot of text. And it's generally considered not good.
Good to know.
Halo Fountain.
Beautiful art.
So this is one of those white cards that you can play all the way up the chain the more you get it during the game. Final thing is, if you untap 15 untapped creatures you control, you win the game. A 20-toed toad. Your maximum hand size is 20. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on 20-toed toad and draw a card. And when it attacks, you win the game if you have 20 or more counters on it, or you have 20 or more cards in hand.
Okay. Okay.
Heliod, resident Zeus impersonator.
Well, no, Helios.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Helios and Zeus, thunder god. Helios, sun god. I got you.
This is able to give target creature lifelink until end of turn, and whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. Heliod's intervention: destroy X target artifacts or enchantment, or target player gains twice X life.
That combined with one of the, if you have 40 or higher, you win the game.
And it's an instant, so you can cast it at the end of your opponent before you use turn.
Yeah. In the right situation, that could be what helps you win the game. It won't be what wins you the game, but it'll almost be there.
Yes.
So that's good to know.
Mangara the Diplomat. It doesn't allow you to draw the game, but whenever your opponent casts their second spell of each turn, you get to draw a card.
Neat. I mean, it's neat. Very biblical looking, might I add.
Shalai gives things you control hexproof and makes things bigger. Sunstorch Regent. It's a big Durgan.
He fat.
Yep.
He fat.
It's more ways to gain life. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you put a +1/+1 counter.
How old is this card?
This card's a couple years old.
Is it older than that?
This is from like Tarkir. So it's...
This reminds me of the dragon where I said he fat, and I had a dragon that was he fat near the end of my time, and I wasn't sure what it was.
So this is from roughly 2014, I want to guess.
That would be about right.
Yep.
That's almost more than 10 years ago. So that would be just about right.
Yes.
So when I kept on trying to remember what the dragon was, and I said he fat, that's why I couldn't look him the fuck up. Okay, so this answers questions from my youth. Okay, so that's my I was like, you were saying, like, what do you mean? I was like, he was fat. He was a really fat dragon, and he looked like he had arms and legs, and that's all I could describe to you. That fat dragon. I feel so much better now. Thank you.
Sun Titan, an absolute staple of beginner EDH. Now it's 30 cents.
Hey, staples should be cheap.
I agree with this.
Milk, eggs, bread. The staples of any grocery shopping trip should be cheap. Same with Magic, humble opinion.
Tragic Arrogance. Long story short, for each player, choose one type of permanent that you control, sacrifice the rest. Okay. Except lands.
Okay.
Drown in Dreams. Choose one. If you control commander, as you cast a spell, you choose both. Target player draws X cards. Target player mills twice X. Rite of Replication. The card that allegedly is doing a lot of the heavy lifting for this deck. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. If you kick it, make 5 instead.
Okay. Let's bring one up a little bit to get the focus back. Occasionally it focuses on your hand. And that's how
This is a vampire, not a demon.
Oh, it slid. Sorry.
Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Sacrifice another creature. It gains indestructible.
It does keep focusing on your hand when you reach across, just so you know.
Oof. I don't know how to... We could probably disable autofocus at some point.
If I just do this.
Oh, yeah. The shine seems to do it.
Yeah, if I shine it, it figures it out, and then I move away. Unfortunately, it tries to slide. And
Hellkite Tyrant. If you have 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. Torian Mauler. This is a changeling. It's our first demon.
we got this deep in. This deep in. Before we got one.
It's a changeling, too. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Augur of Autumn. Take a look at the top card of your library. You may play lands from the top of your library. Mm-hmm. And then Coven. You may cast creature spells on top of your library when you have Coven. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. You can play an additional land each turn, and lands you control are every basic land type.
Very cool art. Like the art. Love this art. Very classic.
Whenever a player casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you can redistribute them however you want.
I like it.
Sanctum Weaver. Add X mana to your mana pool of any one color. It has to be the number of enchantments you control.
Z was really fond of Dryad, so that's fun to say.
Seaboard Muse. Untap all permanents you control during every other player's untap step. Staple of early EDH. Now it's kill on sight.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Tireless Tracker. Whenever you play a land, make a clue. Clues let you draw cards. Eerie Ultimatum. Return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. So in Commander, everything.
Cool. I mean, really beautiful card, too. Like, some of these are just very gorgeous, even if they're not shiny. So.
Feyburrow Elder. Taps and makes a bunch of mana. Mm-hmm. The Gay Dads.
Gay dads!
Kineos and Tiro of Miletus. Beginning of your end step, draw a card.
Chineros.
Chineros.
If I'm going by Greek pronunciation only.
Mm-hmm. Each player may put a land card from his or her hand onto the battlefield. Then each opponent who didn't draws a card.
Okay, okay. Ooh, that's pretty.
One of my favorite cards ever. Sphinx's Revelation. Gain X life, draw X cards.
So far the Greek mythology stuff is less objectionable to me than last time.
Oh, yeah. Supreme Verdict. Destroy all creatures. Can't be counted. Chromatic Lantern. Make a mana of any color. All of your lands make any color mana.
And I've seen Chromatic Lantern in different art before.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not,
very
not
popular
uncommon.
Hangerback Walker.
If that passes the vibe check.
Oh,
Time to drink.
Drink.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love it.
This new habit.
Yeah, I love this silly stream thing.
While you do a little bit more, I'm going to go get me some more wine because I did start ahead of you.
Okay.
So.
We got Hangerback Walker. When it dies, put a Thopter into play for every +1/+1 counter on it, and you can make it bigger. It costs XX to play, and that immediately comes into play with that many counters. Maskwood Nexus. Creatures you control are every creature type. So this is kind of how we're getting around our demon requirement here.
I see. Okay.
So Maskwood Nexus is here doing some heavy lifting, and it makes changelings.
So that does make sense, but you don't draw that card.
You just can't win that way. Someone destroys it, you can't win that way.
So I suppose if you're shooting to win that way, it makes it really problematic fast.
Yes.
I see the issue.
Now, we're getting into lands. Here's
Yes.
Baldur's Gate.
How are we just bringing in an actual god? It's fine.
Well, this was part of the Dungeons and Dragons crossover. So here's Baldur's Gate.
But Baldur's okay. Go on. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Let's get it. Let's get a focus.
This comes into play tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents. Great land. Pretty expensive.
Trying to get some focus in it. We're working on this, guys. This is
Brushland. It's a pay land.
I'm trying to get it focused by doing that. I was waiting for it to focus before you took it. All right. Now bring it back down. Good. Okay.
Exotic Orchard.
Now at least people can read these.
Homeward Path, with new art no less. Each player
really
gains
beautiful.
control of all permanents they own. Give
So-
me back my toys.
Give me back my commander.
Yes.
Because if you're going to take something, take the commander.
This is a fast land. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. Oh, this is a slow land. My bad. Plaza of Harmony.
Really pretty.
This makes more stats for gates. This is a fast land. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or fewer other lands.
And that looks Phyrexian as balls.
It is, actually. This is from New
Can we
Phyrexia.
get it more in the center so we can see it? There you go. I like that land. I can't use it for any of my decks, but I really like it.
Reflecting Pool. Nice little expensive land. Add 1 mana of any color for that a land that you control could produce. More green, white. The World Tree.
And this adds either colorless or 2 white or 2 green, or 1 white, 1 green, which
Yep.
is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
If you have 6 or more lands, all of your lands tap for any color of mana.
That's tits. That's really good. That's a nice card. I like that card.
Now, we're past the first bout of lands. Here's a Ghostly Prison. It may look like a shrine, but it does not count as one. But it makes it harder for people to attack you. Darksteel Mutation.
That passes the vibe check for me.
Oh, yeah. Enchanted creature becomes a mite.
The next card jump scared me.
Shiny Impetus.
I didn't see it, and it just all of a sudden there was this little face peeking out at me, and I was like, oh. I don't hate it. What is it?
Enchanted creature is +2/+2 and is goaded. It attacks each combat if able and attacks someone other than you if able. And whenever it attacks, you create a treasure token.
Aha! So the treasure win con.
Yep.
Got it.
Enchant land. If enchanted land is tapped for mana, it adds additional mana of any color. Enchanted creature becomes a 0/4 tree folk with no other abilities.
Neat, I guess.
By commander. Enchanted land. Enchanted land has Shroud, and it adds an additional mana of any color whenever we tap it for mana.
Oh, I see somebody's in chat. Let me say hello. Hi, Johnny D989. Thank you for stopping in. Really appreciate it. If you have anything to say in chat, I am watching chat. Feel free to say hello.
Agelid of Life's Bounty. Sacrifice it. Give a creature or enchantment you control protection from a color of your choice. Really great to protect some of our win cons. Crib swap, more targeted removal, and the person creates a changeling. So, not too bad for our win con.
Right.
Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life here. I'm going a little faster through these just
That's okay.
because a lot of these are very normal cards. Whenever one or more creatures die, draw a card. This ability triggers once each turn. Circuitous Route. Get 2 gates from your deck and put it into play. Now, this is one of my favorites.
Biovisionary.
Biovisionary.
Okay. Tell me about Biovisionary.
At the beginning of the end step, if you have 5 or more creatures named Biovisionary, you win the game.
Interesting.
So this combos with the other card, Rite of Replication. When you have this card in play, you can make 5 copies, and then it has to go around the whole table for a turn. And if they don't kill any of them, you win the game.
Well, okay.
So this is one of your win cons, again. We got an Arcane Signet.
Classic.
Lightning Greaves. Great power card.
Cool.
And now we're getting into more lands. Here's another Guild Gate. This is a Black Dragon Gate. A Boros Guild Gate. A Citadel Gate. A Cliff Gate. Command Tower. Keep in mind, each gate comes into play tapped and is worth about 5 cents.
Okay, so...
Darksteel Citadel.
Oh, look at this fun piece of art.
So Demir.
So
Very
Demir.
mindful.
Also, it kind of looks like those Halloween decorations where they have the projector and they project it
Oh,
on like the
yeah.
window. Except it's just a Demir symbol.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
do that at the front of your home.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Though I think next year you're probably going to come to me for Halloween.
Yeah.
Come down to Los Altos.
It was a little bummer trying to give out trick-or-treats.
Just put a bowl on the front porch.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Forbidden Orchard.
Love that.
Makes any color mana, but when you do, you gotta give a friend some spirits.
I really love that.
You love making friends in Commander. Mm-hmm. Gateway Plaza.
I love my friends in Commander.
Gate.
If I know I'm going to die, I still like being able to decide who wins.
Mm-hmm. Gates. Keep in mind, every gate comes into play tapped.
Yes.
So
You did mention. This is something else.
Path of Ancestry also adds tapped, but
Comes into tapped, though.
it makes mana of anything in your commander's color identity. So it's a 5-color land.
Very cool, very cool.
Gate. And I think now we've got some basics here.
Can we look at the pretty art on any of the basics?
Yes, we have this plains here. And it looks like a really, really nice kind of like a...
Looks like almost like a rice field.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, would make sense.
And then here we have this forest.
A bonsai tree.
And these are from...
I say bonsai tree. That's hardly a bonsai tree. It's large.
This is from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty.
That would all stand to reason.
So, now, tokens. Because every good deck has tokens.
I love tokens, but I know tokens are not where the money's at.
We have Shiny Shrine.
Put it here.
And these are all single-sided. That's a cool spirit, actually.
That's
Look at that.
really cool. Let's let you take a little better look at that, guys.
I think that's what gets created from the Forbidden Orchard.
That's really neat, actually. And there's a couple... Oh, there's another side.
There's another side? What's on the other side?
A shapeshifter.
Ooh, yep, from the Maskwood Nexus.
And it is a nice-looking shapeshifter.
Mm-hmm.
So...
All right, let's keep on
Also
looking.
a shapeshifter.
Now we got some Thopters.
This art makes me want to write. This is really fun little sci-fi pieces of art. Did you check the other side of your other tokens?
Yes, the shrines were normal back.
Okay.
Okay,
Copy.
we got copies for the right of replication.
It looks nice. Letting it focus. Okay.
And probably another Thopter copy.
Yeah.
We got treasures.
Very cool. I like that. And
A citizen.
who looks fine. Look at that
Yeah.
page boy haircut. We like this. We being I.
I like it too.
She's my type, I'm saying.
Yeah. Treasure, citizen.
And another treasure citizen. Nope. Treasure shapeshifter.
Nice.
And it's a silly little lad.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. Look at him go. Yep.
We got a samurai.
Okay, the samurai looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
It's made off the Wandering Emperor.
And a shapeshifter.
Yep.
Again. Okay. Alright, we're coming down to it. So I see something special back there, so I'll wait. Samurai and a clue.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. Okay, making sure I'm not... I will leave the last... Okay. Then I'll let you do these two.
All right. So I think we just got another spirit token, but also known as secret lairs tend to also include secret special extra card.
This is spirit, and on the other side is a clue. Just
Cool.
letting you know.
Well, yeah, the Tireless Tracker makes clues.
Let's
look at the bonus card.
Let's put it all the way up here.
Nice. We'll figure this out.
There it is. This. Oh, it's a Tanuki.
So this is Enduring Ideal.
There we
Search
go.
your library for an enchantment card, put it on the battlefield, and then shuffle.
Interesting.
This has a ability that I don't think you've ever seen before.
I don't think I have.
It is called Epic.
What does epic mean?
In terms of Kamigawa, old Kamigawa, Enduring Ideal, when you cast an epic spell, you can no longer cast spells for the rest of the game. Your hand size means nothing.
Okay.
Instead, at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to do this effect. You're able to find any enchantment you want and put it into play.
Nice.
That being mostly your ways to win.
Okay. And every set is going to have this.
Yes.
And it's got a color shift holographic look. but it's an underlay of color shift, so it has that like rainbow foil look behind a basic matte, which I like. I like that look. It's one of my favorite ways of, if you're going to do a shiny or a foil or a holographic, it's one of my favorite ways to do it.
Absolutely.
It lets the colors pop. I prefer it to confetti style. I prefer it to stretch mark style, to use Wubby's term. So as far as cards just really look tits, but are probably not going to be as popular because they're super cutesy and anime, this is the pinnacle.
Oh, yeah.
If there are a lot of other cutesy players out there, people more like myself, people in the queer community, or just guys who like cute shit, because I know you're out there, this is a really fun card to have. And you're only getting it here.
Epics are also kind of a relic of old Magic that they've never done again because they weren't good enough. So in a lot of times, people consider that as a deck building challenge and will build a deck around an epic spell. This deck is built around that epic spell.
Okay.
Just taking a look at it.
Okay.
What do you think about this deck so far? If I sat down in front of a 4-player team, I was like, "Oh, I bought this. I'm still going through down my achievement list." How would you feel playing against this?
If I knew I was playing against this, I would have the Fun Police on speed dial. I would be playing with Phyrexian Fun Police, and I would board wipe on the regular.
Okay.
I would also be slowly eating your life by putting mites out there so you couldn't gain life, knowing what I know now. I would find this very frustrating to play against. That's a good thing. If you're playing more sweaty. I'm not a sweaty player. For the casual player, I do not think this is a good option.
Okay.
Because if you try to play this in casual Commander, people are going to eat you.
Oh, yeah.
People will consume your whole living soul.
You're either going to have games where everyone ignores you because you aren't strong enough for the table, or because you could win at any moment, you're constantly enemy number one.
Yes.
There's very little in between.
Yes.
With that in mind, and knowing that collector value-wise, a lot of these arts are never going to be made again, and the power level of the deck that you've seen,
Yes.
what do you think this deck should cost?
Should I tell you what I think it should cost, or what I think it does cost?
Tell me what you think it should cost, and then tell me what you think it does cost new versus now being, I'm going to say, scalped.
I think you could probably, I'll put it this way, I think you could probably put it together with either cards scalped or with cards you come across or cards you already have, probably for $90.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Okay.
I think the actual worth of these cards, they're cardboard. I will always say this.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're shiny cardboard.
Oh, absolutely.
I have collected hockey cards before. They're also shiny cardboard. I know. The actual worth is going to be in the eye of the beholder. If you're a competitive player, I can see this being very strong in some ways. However, it's going to make you a target. It's not necessarily difficult to defeat, frankly. This has so many ways to win. Sure, it has so many ways to be defeated.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think its worth in that is still probably only maybe like 100 to me. Which means they've got to be selling this thing for anywhere between 150 and $200.
So, brand new, this deck cost $150.
Okay, the low end of what I was saying.
It is now being sold at conventions, TCG Player, other websites at about 200 plus because it is now not being made anymore. This is limited provided. Now that said,
so forced scarcity.
Yes, it is
Got
forced
it.
scarcity.
Forced scarcity.
Be quiet, Siri. That said, these aren't being made anymore.
Yeah.
And this is the only way to get these Tanuki cards.
Okay.
I do think it is, by definition, it's a deck. It's cards put together. You've got all the tokens you need for them.
Yeah.
You could play it. I don't think it's a very competitive game, and I think this is really cool.
Can we read these? We have yet to do that.
Absolutely. Those are the 20 ways you can win.
So the 20 ways you can win. Let me see if I can make this so you guys can see it. Is that visible? Let me see if it's visible on mine. I'm just going to wait a second, guys, so I can see. Oh, we're adjusting. We're adjusting. That looks pretty legible. Forgot your sunscreen when using approach of the second sun. I love the terms they're using for this. Barbershop quartet. Here kitty kitty. Splish splash. Storybook ending. Tower of power. Build a bull in a china shop. Notarized, Face the Music, Gate Crasher, Eighth Wonder, A Penny Saved, Counterpunch, Go the Distance, Baker's Dozen, Ribbit 2. If you want a job done right, Old Reliable, and the library is closed.
So, this couple things that people are frustrated about.
Yes.
There's 2 Ribbits. And that's because 20-toed Toad is put on this list twice for the 2 different ways that you can win.
That's cheap.
Also, the final 3 ways that you can win the game are the normal ways that you can win in Commander, which is set someone's life total to 0.
Which should be one of them, yeah, obviously.
Killing someone by dealing 21 Commander damage with the Shrine guy.
Fair enough. I'm not going to be testy about that.
And when someone tries to draw a card from their library and it's empty.
Okay.
So, there's a few different ways to do that. Another thing that people are frustrated about is you win with 21 Commander damage. Why only 20 ways to win? From a flavor standpoint.
Yeah, 21 would give it a little bit of extra, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
So it would be more thematically on point.
Yeah.
I'm still very excited. I want to put some sleeves on this and play this against the Fun Police in a different week.
Yes, I will happily do that.
This is 100% a collector item. But just for example, I don't think this deck is stronger than your deck.
That's kind of what I was saying. I think if you used proxies or more basic versions of a lot of these cards, because some of these cards exist.
Oh yeah,
they're just not as pretty.
This Enduring Ideal may be $5 to $10, but Enduring Ideal is a 30-cent card.
Which is why I'm saying I think you could put together this deck for $90 if you didn't give a shit about the shinies.
Absolutely.
Which also is a frustrating thing. I love blinged out decks. You know me. I love the whole ordeal of making something look just right. It's why I cosplay.
And it's a labor of love. People that is their thing. That is that thing that is unique to them.
And people pay extra for it.
Oh yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And they are playing into that. It's a smart marketing strategy. Doesn't mean I don't get frustrated with the concept of this kind of forced scarcity.
Yes.
It's one thing if it's a lottery system, we're doing fun gambling. But when it's like, we're only producing this once and then never again, it's like...
The FOMO.
This is how you get people, because there's always proxies.
Oh, yeah.
Our local card shop.
Yeah.
Proxy friendly.
In fact, it is encouraged to come join the Legacy weekly event, and it requires no real cards in your deck. You can literally print out a deck from your printer, play Legacy, the strongest format in Magic the Gathering that people actually play, and just have fun with new people that you've never met before. And it's a great time.
Absolutely. Like, a hardcore shout out OP Comics.
Yeah.
For going this route, because there is some pushback against proxies.
Oh, yeah. Like, why would I play with cards that aren't real?
And to that I say, you don't have to if you have the money, if you have the drive, and if you want to bling out your everything, bling it the fuck out. I support you. I do not support this idea that you cannot play the game unless you pay to win.
Absolutely.
I don't like that in video games. Why would I like that in cards?
And so here we have the literal pay-to-win deck.
Yes.
That isn't incredibly strong. And it feels like it was put together to sell a product around the holidays as opposed to something that someone was really excited about. I'm excited to play this. I love alternate win cons. I feel like this deck was made for me. But as far as a Secret Lair Commander deck, I don't know. I think the jury's still out. There's still a lot of Commander decks that are rotting on store shelves for $30 or less.
And the other question is, how was the buying experience? Because that's always been a problem. This case, did they fix it?
So, we had the Marvel Secret Lair that happened just before this went live.
Yes.
It was a debacle.
Did they learn from their mistakes?
I joined the queue at 9:05 a.m.
Yes.
I sat in line for 10 minutes I'm lucky and I work from home, so I got to just sit there and kind of watch my computer as it went.
Yes, yes.
And then it said I was first in line and asked me for my payment information. It took 15 minutes to be in line and buy this deck.
Do you think part of that is the popularity versus Marvel? Because Marvel's such a name brand that even, say, genuinely non-Magic the Gathering players are going to want it.
Yes, I think that's a very true thing. And the Marvel cards had exclusive cards that would never be put, not that for a while, are not going to be in a booster pack.
Yeah.
This is just special arts.
Yes.
Those are cards that may never be printed again. Mm-hmm. So I think that maybe the system wasn't as tested with this, but for what it's worth, it did seem like it worked well. And it does look like here on the back, it looks like this is based on, most of these Secret Lair decks are based on an actual Wizards of the Coast employees decks. The first one was Gavin Verhey's, the coin flip deck.
Which I know you're very fond of, Mr. Gavin.
Yes. It looks like this is Jacob Covey's deck.
Cute. Happy for you, Jacob. I'm not trying to talk shit about your deck. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to be mean because I have no hatred for the product that is being put out here.
No.
I don't. I have zero hatred. But if you're asking me straight up, do I think this was worth $150 or worse, $200?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think this can be done unless you're a collector, in which case, yes. But unless you're a collector, I don't see this being worth $150. And that's my opinion as somebody who is a little bit more laissez-faire about what I do with my cards. Mm-hmm. How do you feel as a long-time experienced player?
The argument that I keep hearing is that if you are a win-con condition guy, that this is the deck for you. Mm-hmm. And I am a win-con condition guy. I have not played with it. I can't attest to whether it feels good. But here's what I do know. If I do build a deck around a specific win con, my deck is filled with ways to search my deck, ways to make it consistent so that way I can win using that way all the time. Mm-hmm. And what I don't like about doing that is makes the games consistent, linear, and I will always know turn 3 I'm searching for something, turn 4 I do this, turn 5 I win the game.
Yeah.
And that can get kind of bland and boring. Mm-hmm. I don't think this deck's going to be bland and boring. Mm-hmm. But I do think I'm going to be sitting at the table a lot, waiting for that card that I need, and I just can't close it out.
Gotcha.
The other argument that I've heard about this deck is that this is for people who love Tanukis. This is for people that love that Kamigawa kind of aesthetic. Do you think that a lover of like the culture around feudal Japan?
You're asking, do I think this is a good deck for weebs?
Yes.
Yes. Like I said, there are guys out there who love cute things. There are girls who play Magic who like cute things. There are people who are big fans of Japanese culture and history. And there are people who just love the big, bald bastards that are Tanukis. Mm-hmm. This is great for collectors who are into those things. Mm-hmm. I have no beef with that.
No.
If that is your cup of tea, this is really cool. Do you want to pay $200 for it?
Absolutely not for me.
So
I am really encouraging a deck building challenge. I saw it online. I'm going to shamelessly steal it. Shout out to Snoobulous Snail. It's the $25 Commander Deck Challenge. Build a good Commander deck with $25. And I'm tempted at some point that we can just go to the store. I'll put $25 in your hand, like actual cash, and I will put $25 in my hand, and we walk out of the store with a deck.
I mean, you will win.
Because I have more magical knowledge, but
also because
I'm not going to be able
stores don't sell cards that are less than.
That's true. However, here's the catch.
What's that?
I can't ask the store employees for help.
Okay, that won't.
You can.
So I can go to Nathan, or I can go to Jackie.
Yes.
And I can say, hey, build me a deck to beat this guy on stream.
Yep.
And they can just do it for me.
Yep.
That's cheap, and I don't want to do that.
That's fair. But you can at very least be like, oh, this is the commander I want to play, though.
You see, I'd more likely gamble.
Yeah?
I'd more likely spend all 25 on packs.
I think that's fair.
And it would be, how much pack can I get for $25? And I'd get as many pack as possible for $25. And then I'd build something out of it and make it work. And that's what I'd do.
Like a cube.
No. Like a gambler. 79% of gamblers stop before they win big.
That's true. That's true. And speaking of winning big,
Yeah.
it's time for the question of the title of the stream. Does this suck?
It doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm a little mad.
Okay.
But I'm mad as somebody who's not a collector. I'm mad as somebody who's not a discerning. This is an investment player. I'm upset from a casual standpoint because this is so fine tuned and exact. Who is this for?
That's a great question.
Who is this for? Because either this is going to sit in somebody's collection and never be played, which is kind of a travesty. Or this is going to be played a few times as a nuisance by somebody who's just going to want the bigger, better thing next. So, it's a big hoopla about nothing, and that's annoying to me.
Yeah.
So
I got this for myself personally as a deck that when people come over and they pick something from my collection I want this to be my deck. I'm going to pick this. No one else gets to play with this toy. This one's mine. But they can pick from any other of the decks that I've got pre-constructed, and I'll play with this one. I love that.
Yeah, that's good. And for you, that's great, and I'm happy for that. You're not mad. You're disappointed, which is fine. I'm a little mad, but I also understand because it's not bad. It doesn't suck. I don't think it's worth the money.
But it could be better.
And it could be better.
Yeah. At the price point that it's at, we'll see if it even holds up to a weaker deck. So,
and I will also say the choice of how the foils were done from an artistic standpoint. There's some wonderful art in here. I don't know who it's for, but there's some wonderful art in here. The foils are done in a way that is really pleasant. Just from the structure and the prettiness and making your commander also a stronger piece of cardboard. All of that is really wonderful, and I hope it continues. I hope we have more stronger cardboard commanders. I would like that. That is smart.
The stronger cardboard commanders have been discontinued in normal shelf product.
More, please.
Especially with Outlaws of Thunder Junction, they stopped making them.
Bitch, please, more.
Yeah.
I understand why people wouldn't necessarily like that. I like that. It does inhibit you from putting a commander as a regular card into a commander deck, should you not wish to use it as your actual commander, but in a deck. Like, say I want to have El Schnorr in a deck, but they're not my commander. I get it. But, again, slight frustration just from the standpoint of somebody who is casual, not a collector.
Well, that pretty much covers our coverage on the 20 ways to win. I'm excited. Check into a future stream, future VOD, as we put this through its paces and actually have it play against the Phyrexian Fun Police.
I could be fucking wrong. I could be the wrongest I've ever been. I'm excited to find out. I'm more than willing to eat crow. And again, no hate to Wizards on this. These are some really beautiful cards, and I like them.
Absolutely. I'll have to keep my eye out for what the next Secret Lair Commander deck is. Oh! That's a drink.
Yep.
Cheers. And with that, I think it is time to begin to wrap ourselves out.
Yes.
Let's close ourselves out with one final mystery booster. I opened the first one. Why don't you take the liberties?
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay. And we have a token on the back or no tokens?
There's no tokens.
I always have to ask. You understand?
Absolutely.
And everything is... Okay. So we have... Let me see. So, give me a second. Okay, so on my side is where we look at the cards. Your side is where we put the cards down.
Cool. Prava of the Steel Legion.
Yes, now we're adjusted. Spectral Procession. This almost looks glittery the way they've done pinpricks of stars.
Oh, yeah.
This is really pleasant to look at to me in ways I can't quite explain with the spirit. I love this card.
Shadowmoor Lorwyn was one of the last years I think they did no digital art.
By the way, that's what you're going to get from us. I'm going to gush about the various aspects of art and writing and lore, and also from my standpoint, you're going to give me good stats. You're going to talk to them about what a card is actually good for. From a playing standpoint, he's more knowledgeable than I will ever be. All right.
Oh, Witness Protection.
I love all the art in this deck so far. This noir style is so fucking pretty. I'm very happy with this.
This is from the noir set. Yeah, you called it.
It's very noir.
Mystic Speculation.
And this is gorgeous too. Everything is gorgeous so far.
It's got buyback.
Okay.
From my buyback deck.
And Square 3.
No refunds.
It costs nothing too. Aphotic Wisps.
Target creature becomes black and gains fear until the end of turn.
I can see why this would be useful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Incremental Blight. I have love for this image. This is awful.
What does it do?
Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Put 2 -1/-1 counters on another target creature, and 3 -1/-1 counters on a third target creature. In a command, it only costs 5.
Yep.
Yeah. In a commander multiplayer tournament, this is how you become everyone's worst enemy immediately.
Oh, yeah. And with proliferate strategies, you'll go nuts.
Oh, this is lovely. I love this card. I'm not going to steal it from you. I kind of want to. I just don't think I have a place for it in the fun place.
That's fair. Plundering Barbarian.
Very pretty. Very pretty. Like it. Like it.
Dungeons and Dragons set.
Oh, Fists of Flame. That looks really nice too. But what is going on with your pinky finger? Artist, what do you do? who's my artist here? Steve Argyle. I like your art, buddy. Like, what are you doing?
Overgrowth. Enchanted
Very
land
pretty.
is tapped. Make 2 extra green.
Very pretty. Just in general, really nice.
Ooh, old rampant growth.
Oh, classic.
Search your library for basic land. Put it into play tap.
I'm fine with all of this except what is going on with the antelope in the background's back legs.
It almost looks like a little bit of cave drawing.
It is very.
anatomy.
That's not how legs bend. It's okay. I do like it, but what is going on? I'm just being picky today. I'm sorry. Oh,
It's a plain swamp.
Sunlit Marsh. Maybe I need this.
Sure.
I might want to replace, because I had so much trouble getting either black or white. I think I might replace one of my whites with this.
And enters play tapped.
I'm going to put this aside. I do want this. I want this for the fun.
Deal.
Is that
Sounds
okay?
great. Yep.
It also passes the vibe check.
It is no problem. I will not use it.
Speaking of passing the vibe check,
Crystalline Crawler. This was a pricey thing for a little while.
Convergence. Crystalline Crawler enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. Woo, fun.
So it can start as a 5/5.
Remove a +1/+1 counter from Crystalline Crawler. Add 1 mana of any color. Put a +1/+1 counter on Crystalline Crawler. This has a lot of appeal to it.
Oh yeah.
Not for me, but I can see that I can already think of the fact that you might want this for a cube.
Oh yeah.
Frankly. All right, here we go. You ready?
Let's get white. Goblin Guide.
Love this art. Love it.
2/2 with haste for 1 mana. When it attacks, target player reveals top card of their library, so you get to know what's coming. If it's a land card, that player puts it into their hand.
I've been all over this world. I even remember some of those places. Oh, it me. All right, ready?
All right. What do we got here? Oh,
Scale Lord Reckoner. It's a dragon.
this is one I don't have yet.
No shit, really?
That's a hit, yeah.
Flying. Whenever a dragon you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, destroy target non-land permanent that player controls.
Yo, you're going to destroy my dragon? No.
No, not
I'm
even-
taking something down with it.
No, not even destroyed.
Oh, just... Oh.
Any spell
Any dragon, too.
that is targeted by a spell. You have a dragon
If
deck.
you have friends with someone, and there's someone at the table getting out of control, and all they have is a pump spell...
Whenever a dragon you control becomes a target of a spell or an ability an opponent.
Yeah, so if they have like a pump spell, they can make your dragon bigger, and then you destroy something of the person that you're attacking.
You can too,
Yeah.
because it says target of a spell. You could put a spell on this.
A spell or an ability an opponent controls. It depends where the comma is. Right? A spell, comma, or an ability.
Unless you've stolen something from an opponent.
That's fair.
So, okay.
That is fair.
Just putting that out there. This
Cool.
is a really neat card, and it is for you.
Yep, it's going to probably end up going in the Mystery Booster
This
cube.
is... I'm going to bring it down a little bit so people see what it looks like here better. This is great. Don't know what it's worth. To you, this is worth a lot.
I would say this is estimated to be about $1 right now, but to me, the speculation value. They're not going to remake this outside of a booster product, mystery booster product. This is awesome.
This is wonderful for you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I'll put it aside.
Let's do it.
Catch of the day.
The catch of the day. So what does this do?
It's blue.
This is their new way of doing kind of uncards.
It costs 6. As catch of the day enters the battlefield, choose one for each of the following. Keyword: Vigilance, Ward 3, or Island Walk. Whenever this creature attacks, scry 2, goad target creature opponent controls, or tap target creature and opponent controls. Size: 6'2", 4'4", 2'6".
What's your catch of the day?
I see. This into the cube?
Oh, there already is one. This is a duplicate. So
You're doing fine.
let's end the stream by first of all, we need to say thank you to everyone that watched.
Thank you. We had about 3 people who watched today, which is a low number for us. We didn't advertise much. Should we put back on just chatting?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, I see somebody else in chat. Let me say hello to them. Ven, you didn't tell me you were in chat. Bitch, hello. Sorry, I actually know Ven doesn't like me to call him that. I apologize. I gotta look up there.
We're just having fun.
I apologize. It's been a day, Ven. But thank you for tuning in. Would love to have Ven on here sometime.
Absolutely. We would have to teach him to play Magic.
Oh, bullshit. You come on and play D&D.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
But, yeah, thank you for stopping in. Thank you, everyone. We're going to perform probably a quick raid here.
Yes.
Please stick around for that, even if you leave right after. We'd like you to stick around at least for the raid.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I think that's going to pretty much cover it for today.
Yep. We'll be back next weekend. Depending on what's going on the weekend after, we might take that off because Crimbus. I think we will.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much. Keep following us on Instagram at Anon Pencil Cosplay.
I am Flutter Priest Gaming.
Again, we have just less than 50, and we'll do a big giveaway on stream for 500. Thank you so much for everything.
Yes, and when we do that, we'll be sure to let you guys know and get excited because it's not going to be something small.
No, it's going to be a big deal. We will advertise in advance. You will see.
Thank you, everyone. And until next time, good game.
GG! And, yeah, let's...
Oh, let's thank everyone that's in stream right now. Before
I did.
Oh, you did?
I screamed at Ven.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Let's do a raid.
Oh, yeah, I have to do that.
Yes, you have to do the thing.
Oh, are you able to do it? /raid?
I don't know. Let me see. /raid?
No, it has to be me.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Well, it's okay. You can actually, it'll make it look like our raid is bigger. Stick around just for a few minutes, guys. Pretty please with sugar. Thank you.
All right.
In the meantime, if you have any suggestions for stream or if there's anything you would like to be a part of, we'd love you to let us know.
Let's go to the raid browser.
Yes, please.
This is cool. Oh, people are playing Arch Enemy EDH with live cards.
Just raid it. It's got 13 viewers. Let's raid with 2. It
yeah,
actually matters.
Let's go to BJ and Co. They've been up for it looks like only a minute now.
Wonderful. Let's head on over. We'll say hello.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
And have a good one.
We rating?
I think I did. Oh, I probably have to actually type it in, don't I?
Yes, you do. You actually have to type it in. That's what I said.
I thought when I typed it,
All right.
it did
Nope.
this here. Okay. Oh, I have to start raid.
Yes. Here we
There
go.
it is.
3 raiders. All right.
7, 6, 5,
Stay.
4,
Stay.
3.
Stay.
Here we go.
Yay. Bye. All right. I'll turn up the volume so I can hear what the response is.